The opinions and suggestions expressed on the following program are solely those of the participants and are not necessarily endorsed by KRMG, Cox Media Group Incorporated, or the program sponsors. This following program is sponsored by Causeway LLC. Information in this broadcast is not intended as an investment, tax, or financial advice. Matthew Moore is not a licensed investment advisor and speaks solely from his experience and opinions. All information in this broadcast is for entertainment or educational purposes only. Matthew Moore, Causeway LLC, and Cox Media Group Tulsa are not responsible for the success or failure of any person's investment decisions or purchases. Matthew Moore, Causeway LLC, and Cox Media Group Tulsa makes no and expressly disclaims all representations, warranties, and guarantees with respect to this broadcast and its sponsors. Investing in any market is inherently risky and can be financially dangerous. Invest at your own risk. Gather knowledge in the world of cryptocurrency right now on 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's news and talk. Welcome to Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. Matthew is locally based right here in Tulsa. Questions, comments, concerns? Call 918-460-5764 or send us an open mic using the KRMG app. Now, here's Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore.
And good Sunday evening to you. My name is Russell Mills. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening as we take another dive into the world of crypto. And, a lot of people might be considering it, but maybe you're not ready to dive in with both feet. What if you want to just dip your toes? What can you do now to get prepared? Well, that's just one of several topics that we'll be covering today, and we are going all the way to northeastern Europe to do it. I'll let Matt fill you in on the details. And when I say Matt, I mean this guy, our host, Matthew J. Moore. Hey, buddy.
I just want to welcome you to one of America's, or actually probably the only radio show in America dedicated to cryptocurrency. And like Russell was indicating, we always have fun conversations. And if you're curious about this space, well, you found the right show, my friends, because today is going to be a fun conversation. Because if I was going to be guessing, man, there might be a day when people panic to own Bitcoin, either here at home or maybe in other countries. Maybe it's happening now, but countless people may one day find themselves rushing to download wallets and open exchange accounts. And honestly, they're probably going to do it in hope that they might protect themselves from a currency crisis or even an all-out war. Times are uncertain right now, if you haven't noticed, but last week on our show, we talked about the dollar milkshake theory and how all other fiat currencies would continue to collapse against the U.S. dollar. A very interesting theory, and it kind of looks like it's playing out. But despite it already happening to some degree around the world, the day after our show, which I found quite interesting, the day after our show, the British pound crashed to a new record low against the U.S. dollar. It crashed so much so that the Central Bank of England was forced to start quantitative easing again to save the system. So despite their tough talk on, slowing things down to fight inflation, this could cause maybe a ripple effect throughout the global economy, essentially forcing the hands of many central banks. But much like I said in past episodes, this is, this could happen. As much as the Bank of England and the Federal Reserve want to reduce their balance sheets and maybe raise interest rates to fight inflation, you can't taper a fiat money system to any substantial level at the end of its lifespan, which, if I were to speculate, is happening in our lifetime. So endless money printing, in my opinion, globally, might soon come back with a vengeance once things start breaking. But on today's episode, we're not going to dive into that topic any further because we kind of talked about it last week. Instead, we're going to cover the benefits of software wallets like Atomic Wallet, because a lot of people may be looking to download wallets like the Atomic Wallet. So really looking forward to this conversation. And the question you have to ask yourself is, how can these wallets make it easier for people to not only use cryptocurrency, but also enter the space at large? So does the interface of these wallets matter? Like, what about privacy or even the ability to purchase and trade without having to use maybe traditional exchange? Well, to help me unpack this topic with our special guest today is my usual sidekick and co-host, Eric Cooper. Eric, welcome back to the studio, my friend. This actually, oddly enough, might be your last show with us until sometime in November. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I do teach digital marketing skill classes to universities. So maybe teaching a class online to folks in Wisconsin. So we'll be doing that on Sunday nights, and I will not be able to be here. But I will definitely probably tune into the show or something while in the middle of class and show them what's going on. So I'll have to to text for a shout out. But I'm here today, so we've got great things today because again, I do believe that the software wallets are a little bit of a quandary because again we tell people not your codes, not your coins, and so how does that all function in? So again, you want to find out somebody that we want to give you information to look into Atomic because it's great. I also want to remind you guys that we are going to do our $200 Bitcoin giveaway. And, we want you to stick around on segment 2. We're going to sure to give you all the details about that again. But again, I want to go ahead and get to our guest today because he is the CMO or the Chief Marketing Officer for AtomicWallet.io. It's a company that specializes in providing not only an easy to use, but a feature-rich software wallet for crypto. His name is Roland Sade, and he is joining us from Estonia, and he's burning the midnight oil because it's 1 a.m. And so, Roland, welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself, and in your own words, tell us a little bit about how you got involved into cryptocurrency.
Hey, guys. So thank you so much for having me on the show. It's really a pleasure, and to be fair, it's my first time on radio or taking part in any podcast, so really excited to do that. So as mentioned, I'm from Estonia. I was born here, but actually quite a big part of my life I lived outside of Estonia. So for example, I studied I went to school in Czech Republic and spent also 5 years in London when I went to university. And that's kind of where I got my interest into investing. But it wasn't until 2017 when it was the first bull run in crypto where, you could see, everyone had these dollar signs in front of their eyes and so that's the first experience in crypto. So bought some crypto myself, but yeah, it was fun until it lasted, but unfortunately it didn't last for too long. But yeah, now been with Atomic Wallet for about 10 months. And it's a lot of fun learning every day about different projects and yeah.
Well,
I guess that's like a sweet and short.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, it's hey, you answered the question. That's what matters, But hey, here's really what I want to know, and I think people want to know as well, is share with us about Atomic Wallet. Like how long has the company been around, and really what's the overall mission for Atomic Wallet?
Atomic Wallet has been around since 2018. So it was founded by Konstantin Klajak. I can't really pronounce properly the last name, but he was previously also in another company, Changelly, which was also like an exchange for crypto. So he has experience in crypto for about 6 to 8 years, I would say. So Atomic Wallet is a multi-chain crypto wallet for both desktop and mobile. We have over 500 tokens, I think. We support staking, the exchange function, buy crypto function, and at the moment we also support NFTs on Ethereum, Solana, and Binance Smart Chain. So our mission is really to have a simple all-in-one solution for everyone and everywhere.
So
I think
the big thing with a lot of the wallets are people are always wanting to know, what's the big advantages? What is the advantage that Atomic offers over other software wallets?
Well, I would say that as I mentioned already, the unprecedented amount of coin. Then of course the all-in-one hold, send, exchange, buy features. We also cover very good and efficient support 24/7. If you write an email, usually you should get an answer within an hour. And then, of course, the reputation. And we've been over 4 years on the market. So we've been in a bear market before. We know how to survive in these markets. So we will continue staying in the market. For example, if you go to Trustpilot, then you see that we have over 13,000 reviews, and it's 4.4 stars out of 5. So
Yeah, no, I'm actually a user of the Atomic Wallet and have been for quite some time. And one of the reasons why I chose to download and use Atomic Wallet was because I was experimenting in different assets. And it was one of the few wallets that actually allowed me to, take self-custody, ownership, have my private keys. And so it was a great experience for me. And that's why I felt like I wanted to have Roland and Atomic on the show. But we've got a whole lot more questions that we're going to ask Roland about Atomic Wallet, and hopefully we'll dive more into some details, but we're getting ready to go to break here. But I just want to remind you, if you're interested in learning more about this space, maybe you want somebody to hold your hand, you can always go to my website, mattjmoore.com. You can set up a consultation, really simple. And if you have questions, you can always send me a message, and I would be happy to answer your questions, because we're more than just the radio.
We're givers, always giving, never taking. And we're going to give you some more in about 3 minutes, so stick around. You are listening to Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. And hey, if you don't hold the key, it ain't your Bitcoin. What am I talking about? We're talking about owning that wallet. So we'll tell you more about that coming back on Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. You're listening to 102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk. Welcome back to Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. When I'm talking economics with people, a lot of times I tell them, the United States is not in a vacuum. There is inflation going on all over the world. People are having trouble all over the world. And all over the world, people are looking at Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with a great deal of interest. Today, we are joined by a man all the way from one of the Baltic states, talking about Estonia. And that is just a small sample of the magnitude of this discussion. Let's bring in our guy who leads our discussion here locally, Matthew J. Moore. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Russell, it's amazing because this space in general, I tell you what, it is not just about United States, because a lot of Americans can be ignorant sometime, and America's all they see. But really, cryptocurrency is a global thing, and it's literally taking over the minds of millions of people. And I'll tell you what, it really isn't a fascinating space, because you're talking about monetary policy sometimes, you're talking about technology, you're talking about history. There's just so many aspects to it. So if you're trying to digest this, understand it, maybe this is your first time hearing the show, hey, don't worry. We've all been there. We all have a giant learning curve, but that's why we do this show. And to help me carry on the conversation today is my co-host, Eric Cooper.
That's right. We have Bitcoin, the conference that we usually talk about in Miami. Amsterdam is this coming week, right? It's on the 12th.
Oh, so, I thought they already did it, but maybe I'm wrong. Wow.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you're probably looking at it right now.
So, I'm looking at it. So they're going to be doing the same crew that does Miami. So we wish them luck. I would love to go to that, but
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be something.
Totally different vibes.
I don't think that our guest today, he's got a phenomenal grasp of the English language. You can tell. He spent 5 years in London, and we're going to get to him here shortly. But if you are about the education, you're hopping into this, maybe you're a little bit late and you're like, man, where could I find 61 episodes of intelligence about Bitcoin? You can go to KRMG On Demand, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You can find it. Go to YouTube, hit the little Google, Matthew J. Moore, cryptocurrency. You're going to be able to find it.
Yeah, I know, right? And, it's all because of the wonderful people and companies like GetHedge, our sponsor, which we're going to talk about here shortly. Great folks over there and love what they're doing. But they are the reason why we get to keep this show going and on the radio and also in podcast format. So, Eric, can you do us a favor and give Hedge a shout out today?
Absolutely. This segment's made possible by a company called GetHedge. Do you have a strategy to obtain cryptocurrency on a regular basis? Do you plan to automate your dollar cost averaging? What about getting all or even part of your paycheck directly in Bitcoin? Hedge is revolutionizing how you get paid. Hedge makes it easy to automatically convert your pay into crypto. Whether you're an employer or employee, you can get started in 4 steps. They're easy too. Start getting paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. Crypto is a long-term play. You need to start your strategy today. Hedge is here to make it easy to stack them sats month after month. What are you waiting for? You need to start living your life on the Hedge. Check them out at gethedge.io. Once again, gethedge.io. IO.
Yes, and they are the company that is making it possible for us to give away $200 worth of Bitcoin, which one day could be a whole lot more in purchasing power. You know how the cryptocurrency space goes. But if you want to find out how to get involved, how to qualify, you can go to my website, mattjmoore.com, and you can scroll down to the resource section. And here's what you got to do to qualify. There's a button that says Get Hedge. You want to click that. You want to sign up with Hedge, start having a portion of your paycheck allocated into Bitcoin. It can literally be as little or as much as you want. We call that dollar cost averaging on the regular. It's not a bad strategy. And here's the thing. You got to be actively using Hedge to qualify for the $200 worth of Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. With Hedge and this process, you can skip the exchange experience altogether, have it sent to a wallet that you control. It's a really, really cool deal. Go to my website, mattjmoore.com, and go down to that resource section and just hit that button, Get Hedge, sign up. And if you've got questions, maybe you unsure about how to do it, just shoot me an email. I'll help you out. That's what I'm here for. That's why we do this. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. And we're going to go ahead and bring back Roland Sade into the mix so we can bring to light the benefits of the cryptocurrency wallet known as the Atomic Wallet. So, Eric, do the honors again, and how about you introduce our guest to our listeners?
Yeah, once again, he is the Chief Marketing Officer for AtomicWallet.io, and it's a company that specializes in providing an easy-to-use but feature-rich software wallet for cryptocurrency. Roland, once again, thanks for joining us, and we appreciate you burning the midnight oil once again, because I believe it's after 1 a.m. your time, correct?
That is correct, but it's a pleasure to take part of it.
Well, thank you, Roland. Here's my first question for this segment. Atomic Wallet is what they call a software wallet. How do you suggest people use the wallet itself? Me personally, I often use a software wallet kind of like the wallet that I would have in my pocket. I'd have, some money, but it might not be as much as I have in maybe, let's say, my bank account. Do you recommend that people take a similar approach, or is it kind of up to the person's circumstances?
To be honest, I mean, it's really up to the person how you want to use it, because at the end of the day, our focus is really on privacy, it's on security. So, I mean, why would we introduce NFTs into our wallet? Because we want to have a place where everyone can have their assets stored, in a safe place. That's why it's also non-custodial. It is a cold wallet, basically, when you're not connected to the internet, when you don't have it open to get live feeds, or when you're doing, so it's basically really up to the person how you want to use it. I have it on my mobile, I have it on my desktop computer. I use it whenever I need to use it, to either store it, or if I want to exchange, transfer.
So, we've talked, and it's been widely popular. There's some issues going on with exchanges. And so one of my favorite features of Atomic Wallet is the in-app exchange feature. You're going to be able to bypass the exchange experience altogether to trade your assets. Can you speak a little bit about that? And is this feature for improved user experience?
No, for sure. Yeah. I mean, for someone who's just starting, for example, I don't know, making their first purchase of crypto token, the exchange experience can be quite, intimidating. If you don't know what you're doing, it can seem very complicated. But, if you see, okay, let's say I want to buy Bitcoin, I'll go and buy Bitcoin. If you feel like, oh, I've heard about this other token, let's see, maybe I can just exchange part of that Bitcoin into another token. And you just do it with one click. It's as simple as that. It really, I guess, for someone who doesn't want to go into whole a lot of detail, it's just an easy way to do it.
That's right. And we're getting ready to go to break again. We got to, have commercials, right, and pay for things. But here's my last question, if you can be real quick, Roland. If somebody is fascinated with what you're saying, where would they go to download Atomic?
Well, if it's computer, then atomicwallet.io. If it's Android phone, go to Google Play Store and search for Atomic Wallet.
We got to go to break, but when we come back, we're going to bring on some more wonderful questions for Roland. So stick around, and we'll have more great content coming your way.
All right, you are listening to Cryptocurrency on Matthew J. Moore. Quick time out for the news, but fear not, we'll be right back. Stick with us. Welcome back to Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. I'm Russell Mills. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Much appreciated. The talk is about wallets, software wallets. Do you need one? Well, yeah. If you're going to get involved in crypto, if you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to keep control of your own coins, you absolutely need to have some kind of a wallet. And so we're talking to an expert on that topic. He's with atomicwallet.io, joining us all the way from Eastern Europe. I'll let Matt take it from there. He is our host, Matthew J. Moore. Hey, Matt.
Hey, thanks, Russell. Yes, this is always my favorite time of the weekend to talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. We have a blast every Sunday, so thanks for joining us. And this is the spot where you can learn and continue your education going down that road, that Bitcoin road, we might add. And to help us navigate this road is my co-host, Eric Cooper.
What's going on, man?
Thanks for coming, man. I'm really going to miss you once you, gone for these next couple of episodes.
I'll send you pictures of myself teaching.
Okay, I'll do it while I'm on the radio.
Yeah, do it, and you can print it off and put it just right here.
Okay.
But I think you're going to have capable hands helping out.
I think so. I think we'll do just fine, but we're going to miss you. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this interview back on the road. Today, we are talking to Roland Sade, and he is with Atomic Wallet, and he is sharing with us some of the features, things to consider when looking at software wallets like Atomic. I'm a user of Atomic Wallet, so I have firsthand experience, and that's why I wanted to have him on the radio. He is the Chief Marketing Officer for Atomic, and my first question for this segment, Roland, is on your website, it says the Atomic Wallet is decentralized and anonymous. Can you explain to our audience how that's so, and how is, Atomic Wallet, promising that?
Yeah, sure. So Atomic Wallet team is not able to monitor anything like what's going on in the wallet, as it's all like we don't track any information. So as long as you have your private keys, which allows you to take those to any other wallet, and you could restore, basically those tokens that you have in those other wallets. So yeah, I mean, that's the idea of non-custodial wallets, that it's your keys, so your crypto,
right?
So we don't have any access to your transactions or anything like that. So of course, if the person who makes a transaction or has an issue with transaction, they can give to our support team the hash of the transaction, which we can then go and look it up on the blockchain to see. So that's as much what we can do, really, because we don't have any access. Of course, with this privacy and with this control, it gives you a lot of responsibility as well to keep your backup phrase, which we have. So in order to restore your wallet, when you first open a wallet, you get this 12-word backup phrase. So it's really your responsibility to have a backup of that somewhere safe, so that nobody has access to it.
Yeah.
So that's the most important part of this. So, but yeah, of course, part where maybe some might say, well, when you want to buy crypto, then there is some verification procedure and so on, but it's actually not done by Atomic Wallet. That's by a third party. So that's why we still don't have any information who is the owner of any of these accounts.
Right. Well, and if somebody was, concerned about, wanting to stay anonymous to some degree or try their best, it would make sense that, maybe they wouldn't download the wallet on like an app store like Apple or Google because they do have some kind of user ID within that app store, and maybe there's a history showing what apps they downloaded. Would it be probable or better for them to maybe download it off of the Atomic website on a desktop computer using a VPN if they wanted to stay more private than maybe, say, going to an app store?
I mean, there is no exchange of data between Google Play or Apple Store and Atomic Wallet, so it's safe and secure to download our official app on all platforms it is listed on. But of course, generally, we do advise using VPN for overall safety of any online browsing. So yeah, and of course, if you want to find out more about some safety advices, we do have articles on that on our website as well. So maybe if anyone is interested, they can go deeper into that as well.
Roland, when it comes to public addresses for the transactions, does Atomic generate a new one each time for each transaction to hide the balances, or is it the same public address each time?
Atomic Wallet generates one public address for each token. So yeah, just one token, one address per token.
So what? Here's another question. You mentioned that you guys are feature rich. Obviously, you offer a lot of cryptocurrencies that you can take custody of on the Atomic Wallet. But what kind of criteria is used to decide which crypto assets are added to the wallet? Because, I mean, I'm sure there's some that maybe you wouldn't want to add.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, but I don't know how much you followed Atomic Wallet Twitter account, but quite often we do polls or our Telegram group chat for people, for our community, and we try to listen to our community as much as possible to add to the wallet what they want. For example, this is how we recently decided which blockchain NFTs we should support first. But having said that, of course, for us, it's also important to check the popularity of the given token or the complexity of the integration. Of course, if it's some token that is on the Ethereum blockchain, then, actually anyone can add a token by themselves even to the wallet. But yeah, generally speaking, if you will check the wallet, you will see that we will always cover definitely the 100 tokens, top 100 tokens from CoinMarketCap.
So, we hear a lot of talk about regulators and governments and different agencies, trying to crack down on the cryptocurrency marketplace. There's good and there's bad, just with everything else, right? But do you guys have to deal with regulators trying to crack down on maybe, say, the software?
So far, we haven't had any experience as such. I mean, if you look at our product, then actually we're just a software provider, so we're not like an exchange or anything like that. So I would say from our side at least, no.
Right.
So with your wallet being free and offering, just once again, feature rich, offers people the ability to manage their own private keys, giving them full control. How do you guys make money and keep your thing going?
Well, of course, we've mentioned some of the services like, on ramp, so buy crypto feature or exchange feature. There is, of course, a fee to it. So we take a small fee from there, and that's what helps us running. And then, of course, same with staking and so on. Yeah.
So does that fee, so are you talking about like the fee with exchanging between different cryptocurrencies within the app?
So, for example, if you go to buy crypto, right, then there it says, I don't remember exactly what the percentage is, by the third party. And then, of course, the third party will share some of it with us as well.
Okay. And is it, remind me the exchange feature within Atomic, is it Changely? Is that what it's called?
That is one of our partners, yes.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, when it comes to, downloading the wallet, can somebody, have the same information, the same wallet appear both on their computer and their phone? Is there a way to link that to show the information in history?
Yes, definitely. As I mentioned before, the 12-word backup phrase. So when you go into for example, let's say you have it on your desktop and now you want to have it on your phone as well. So when you download the app, you open it, you click on the restore button, and then you just have to use that 12-word backup phrase, and like that you can have it in two places.
All right. So, Roland, you guys obviously are kind of taking the lead here for a lot of folks. What's next? What's your next big conquest at Atomic Wallet?
That's always a good question. So usually what we do is in December every year we try to publish like the roadmap for the next year. Of course, as crypto world changes so fast, we are still planning to add some more NFT, like blockchains for covering support for NFTs. We are also still planning to migrate our existing AWC token to Binance Smart Chain. We still have in the pipeline some referral invite friend program. And we are hoping to add some new like buy crypto solutions, like third-party providers, in order to improve the rates. We still want to add some like local languages. I think that's more than enough for this year. I'm not even sure if we will still manage all of
100%,
that. But yeah. But we'll definitely have, next roadmap ready by December.
That's amazing. Well, roughly, can you do off the top of your head, do you know roughly how many downloads you guys have so far?
It should be over 4 million across various devices, so from desktop and mobile.
Wow. So, and what's the key way that you guys get the word out about Atomic Wallet?
I guess it's the good reviews. Usually if somebody is happy with a product, they'll tell their friend. And as in crypto, you have a huge community. So I guess it's a lot about word of mouth.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're getting ready to go to break again here, and when we come back, we're going to have our last segment. So stick around if you want to continue learning about cryptocurrency, software wallets, and what you should consider when downloading one.
You have found one of the only radio shows on the planet Earth dedicated 100% to crypto and blockchain technologies. It is Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore, and we're coming at you live from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore. My name is Russell Mills. Been an interesting chat today, and by golly, we have stretched our international wings in a way we never really have previously. We've talked to folks from all over the United States, and now we're kind of branching out. This is one of the few radio shows in the entire world dedicated to this topic, and it is the brainchild of this guy, Matthew J. Moore. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Russell, that's right. Yes, we try to get some very interesting guests from all around the world. And yes, we're going quite far this time. And I believe it's 1 a.m. or past 1 a.m., our guest time. So welcome back to the show. If this is the place where you're crypto curious and you want to learn more about this space, well, you have found the right show because, like Russell was saying, we're one of the few. But to help me go down this journey every Sunday is my co-host, Eric Cooper.
Worldwide, Matt. Worldwide.
That's right. Well, if you've been missing the show and you're just now joining us, maybe you just got in the car, we've been talking with Roland Sade. He is the Chief Marketing Officer for AtomicWallet.io. He is on the line with us, and we've had a very interesting conversation about software wallets, what it means to use one, what to look for, and, how to stay as private as you can in this space. But Roland, here's my question for you. You are, I guess, somewhat recent with Atomic Wallet, but what has been your favorite attribute or favorite thing in the space, like cryptocurrency in general? Like, have you enjoyed working in the crypto space?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think what intrigues me the most is, I guess, the idea, for example, of Web3, where, everyone can take part and be part of it. So, like, it's not just somebody controlling everything, but the idea of decentralization and, everybody being able to take part. I think that's probably my favorite, thing. And yeah, I mean, it's always changing, and yeah.
Gotta stay on your toes, huh? I try to follow as much content as I can, and I tell you what, it moves so fast. But do you guys go to any conferences? Do you guys ever set up any booths and participate in any events?
We have in the past, but to be honest, in the past year we haven't. We want to, but we never got to it. But for sure, we'll do it again in the future.
Now, Roland, obviously, when you create something, sticks and stones times, like you want to hear what people have to say. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. What are people saying about Atomic Wallet?
Well, I mean, I would say that, our rating on Trustpilot says it quite a lot. So people are happy with it. What they're most happy about is the interface, how easy it is to use, the great customer support. So yeah.
Well, for those who are unfamiliar with Trustpilot, can you explain what Trustpilot is?
I mean, Trustpilot is like a platform on website for reviews. You can find review for anything pretty much. People just leave their honest opinion on the, I guess, their experience with a product or service or software, and then you can have a maximum rating of 5, and then they leave their stars there.
Well,
our rating is 4.4 out of 5, which is considered as excellent.
That's great. I love to hear that. I work with people all the time, helping them get into the space. A lot of times people will go to my website, mattjmoore.com, and they'll set up a consultation, and I help them get into cryptocurrency. And a lot of them, this is their first kind of adventure, exposure to the space. And a lot of times I help them with hardware wallets as well. But software wallets are an interesting component because it's usually the fastest way to start sending and receiving cryptocurrency. And obviously, you want to use a software wallet that allows you to have the private keys and the backup seed phrase, the custody part of it, which you guys offer. Love it. And so, a lot of the people that I've helped younger, I've helped older. The overall experience I've had with Atomic is just from the get-go. Download, start using. It's pretty intuitive. It's pretty user-friendly. And I would say that, anybody that you've introduced to Atomic Wallet, are they surprised at how fast everything just kind of how fast you can use it?
I to be honest, since I don't really speak directly to any customers myself, or, we don't do that on a daily basis, or like myself, I haven't heard this aspect, to be honest.
Well, let me add a testimony then.
Websites where you can just. Sorry?
I said, yeah, let me add a testimony then, because I definitely get that response, especially when I have people download Atomic. They're like, man, that was fast. That was easy. So, yeah, maybe we get together after the show and I can share more stories.
Yeah, I love hearing it. Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting ready to close out the show. Remind people one more time where they can download Atomic Wallet.
So I guess the best place is to go to atomicwallet.io. From there, you'll find everything you're looking for. But yeah, definitely, if you're on social media like Twitter, follow us over there. We'll post everything there. That's the best place to follow all stuff about crypto.
Love it. Well, Roland, thanks for joining us. Thanks for burning the midnight oil, and hopefully you get some good rest. I know it's early in the morning there, but we'd love to have you back again, and stay in touch, my friend.
Our special guest was Roland Sade from atomicwallet.io. That is the website. We'll see you here next Sunday for more Cryptocurrency with Matthew J. Moore.